Before you contract with American Income Life, there are a few very important things that you should absolutely know first. I'm Doug Massey, and today we're going to start with the pros and then get into the negative aspects about working for American Income Life, known as AIL. So stick around until the end of the video, and what I'm going to do is show you how to get a copy of the policy summary that I leave with everybody that I sell. Now you're going to be able to leave your new client with a professional summary of what they just bought, including like when the draft date is going to happen and how much the monthly premium is going to be. But first, let's start by giving the video a thumbs up, and if you're new, we do recommend subscribing. We're putting out new final expense and life insurance sales content training like every week. One of the positive aspects about American Income Life is that they do have a reputation of being very conscious about the importance of agent training. Every agent that I've spoken with that worked for AIL all said the same thing, that the training was like awesome. Another positive is that this company is very big and has been around since like the 50s. Apparently they have like millions of policyholders. And you know, that tells me that, well, they've had like a lot of agents and potentially have like thousands of agents who work with them currently. And there is no cost for the leads. However, the leads are shared, so if you don't sell the lead, another agent will be given that same lead. And if she doesn't sell it, then it gets passed down to, another agent. The lead targets union workers and offers like a free accidental death and dismemberment policy, or like a free will kit, or it could even be like a child safe kit, or a combination of all, which what that does is it gets the agent in the front door. Now, once the agent is inside the house to make their presentation, they've got to pivot to, well, a life insurance presentation. I will say that this isn't the type of lead that I have ever used, nor would ever really want to use, because I like the idea of my prospects, my clients, knowing that I'm actually there to give them a quote for life insurance, and I'm not there, because I'm giving something free, in order to make a sales pitch. Through our telesales platform, if an agent wants to have 30 appointments per day of people that want a quote for affordable burial insurance, we can easily make that happen. And another thing about American Income Life is that they do use the old multi-level marketing system to bring in new insurance agents or unlicensed agents. To me, that can be a positive thing, if you're getting into the insurance industry, to build an agency of downline insurance agents, right? I mean, they're going to help you with that. Of course, the idea is to make money off of, the sales that all of your downline agents make, which leads us to the cons, or, what I believe to be like the more negative aspects of working with a company like American Income Life. First off, the agents are captive. And this means that they are kind of limited to only being able to sell, the products offered by AIL. So if, for example, you've got a client that doesn't qualify for an AIL product, you're basically going to be walking away from a sale. As an independent insurance agent, I've gotten used to being able to offer multiple companies and different products to my clients, which what that does is it makes it a lot easier for me to sell better products, meanwhile being paid higher commissions, which does lead us into that conversation about the AIL commission levels. Now, from what I've been told and what I understand from my research, and I've heard this from multiple insurance agents actually, AIL starts their new agents at like 50 to maybe 60% first year commission. Again, when you're an independent agent, your commissions are much higher, and really you should easily be able to find commissions at like 100% or even higher. To me, 100% first year commission it's kind of like being paid minimum wage, maybe a little bit higher, but the thing is, so when I hear agents getting paid less than 100% first year commission for their main product, I'm assuming that this is because they either aren't paying for leads, or they're getting something else in exchange for that lower commission level. The final negative thing about AIL, American Income Life, is that the agents are not vested for like 10 years. Dude, I honestly have never heard of an insurance company making their agents wait this long. Matter of fact, I think, the way I see it, asking agents to sell life insurance for a company for 10 years before they're vested is kind of insane. I mean, most companies do vesting after like 2 or maybe 3 years. So when I found out that American Income Life doesn't allow their agents to be vested until 10 years, I was floored. I mean, who does this? So if you're not 100% sure of what full vesting is, well, let me explain. Being fully vested is when the sales that you actually make become yours, like you're the owner of those sales. They're your clients, which means at full vesting, any money that you haven't been paid in the back end, at that time it becomes yours. And when I say back end, let me just be clear, I'm talking about months 10, 11, and 12, along with the renewals. Let me give you an example. You got an agent who starts selling for a company like AIL, and then they end up leaving after maybe a few months or even a few years, which means that they leave before they're fully vested. Most companies will advance the agent 9 months of the first year's premium commission. And FYI, guys, I'm assuming that AIL does this, but I'm not 100% sure, just to be clear. You know, it could be more, it could be less. If the agent has sales that they made and they leave before they've been paid their months 10, 11, and 12 money, the agent not only walks away from that money, but they're walking away from all their clients and are inadvertently giving the insurance company their book of business, which with most companies means that the agent has absolutely no right to contact or even communicate with the client for any reason whatsoever. If you'd like a copy of the policy summary that I mentioned earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com for more information on selling final expense or Medicare Advantage, and even other Medicare insurance products through our advanced sales platforms. Just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember, guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there and do something good for someone today, will ya? Happy hunting. With